Good morning, Twitch.tv. Good morning to YouTube as well. And of course, good morning, Mini Motorways. We are off to Zurich for today's daily challenge. We will start with 2 bridges, and that's all we get because it's not like we can cut down the trees to make more bridges. The trees cannot be destroyed. Would you kindly come along with me as we head off to Zurich for the daily challenge? Parla Ghost is here. Ghosty was here first. Good morning, Ghosty. Drop those ghosties in the chat. Gorgeous little emote, only available for Tier 2 subscribers. Sunflare Space is here as well. Good afternoon, Sunny. The crowd is not enthusiastic about today's daily challenge. We're not fans of Zurich and would you kindly? Really? At least it's not tunnel restrictions, right? If it was tunnel restrictions, it would be bad. Now, also, bridge restrictions are going to be bad, too. The limit here is going to be, well, it might be the limit of our success. But anyway, you can do funny things when you mispronounce European rivers. Whenever I'm playing Jeopardy at home, it's kind of become a running theme that I just don't know shit about shit regarding European geography, and specifically European rivers. If you have like a very specific, if you pay close enough attention to Jeopardy and you have this thing in your head, you can just notice how often you fuck up European rivers. I fuck up European rivers a lot. Also, hey, you know what I just saw here? These yellow houses, get this, okay? So ordinarily, right, under normal circumstances, what we would do is we would draw this road right here. This yellow house swings along here, we come down here, bridge like that, come down here, and go straight through here up into this business. However, you may have noticed we can't go this way because this tree is here. No problem, you think? We'll go up and around the other way. So we come up along this way, we cut down through here, and no. No, actually, no. Even if we were to staple ourselves to this road and come down here, no. 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 You can't destroy the trees. So we can't destroy the trees, which means we can't get at this business from the north or the east. The only way we can get these yellows to this business is to do this. We're going to cut through here. If I had a roundabout, I could sneak through here, and I might want to at some point. But for right now, we have to go around. We have to go around the red road and down this way to get these yellows into this yellow business. That, oh, that is a thing. That is a thing. We were talking about this before the stream when we were on our lovely countdown screen. It is too hot, and it is too early. It is also too early. It is too hot for it to be this early, and too early for it to be this hot. And now, even better, amazingly, we've got these dark blues right here who need to get over to this business. These dark blues need to get to this business, and they can't go beneath the yellow because there's a line of 3 trees right here. They can't go above the yellow because there are trees right here. This is a really gross start to today's run. It must be said. So in order to get these blues over to here, we're going to have to restructure the yellows. The yellows are going to have to get out of the way. The blues are going to have to come up here. We're going to have to share this road. This is just going to be an unlit intersection because I don't have a traffic light. And even if I was to drop a traffic light, it would be a bad traffic light. So we're not going to traffic light here. We are eventually, hopefully, going to traffic light here because this at least would be a perfectly cromulent traffic light. Good Lord. Everybody come up along here, go down that way, give me 2 traffic lights. I would have liked to have 30 road tiles, but, you know, things are what they are, I guess. You go over that away. By the way, we've already burned both of our bridges. Like, we've just done the bridge thing already. Oh, now there's beige. I don't even want to pay attention to that beige. Where's the beige? Oh my god. Okay, you know what? No, hold on. Hold on. No, we're starting fresh. We're disconnecting everything. We're approaching this nightmare with a fresh set of eyes. What in the ever-loving fuck is going on here? What in the absolute god shit is happening right now? Okay, so this red is going to go over here into this business. That's going to be fine. These blues should be resituated this way. Do that. And then probably keep doing the same thing they have been doing. Where you come up along here and then go in there. We get beige here, yellow here, into that. Unbelievable. You come over this way and down here, and yeah, it's the thing we have to do is basically just recreate the same thing we already have, just with even more Garbo nonsense coming right here. We're going to have to do more and different and worse Garbo nonsense to accommodate the beigeness over here. Oh my god, Zurich. Oh my god, Mini Motorways. So we come over here and we're going to do this because I don't want to burn two tunnels. We're going to do this. We're going to run through the red neighborhood into this beigeness and then cut down here. Having then cut down here, we can at least save a few road tiles and do this. Put that traffic light right back where it was. This is now a circle, which is just so good. I'm so happy that this is a circle now. You know what this needs? Actually, honestly, I can't believe I'm about to say this. You know what would fix all of that? Is probably a roundabout. I don't think I'm gonna do a roundabout, but I do think a roundabout would fix all of it. Give me a motorway. We can fix most of it with just a motorway, actually. For you see, if we decouple these yellows, we can have motorway number 1 swing down here and just do that. And that's going to be nice and good and fine. Furthermore, we can have these reds come down here, grab this road, and go off that away. That's all well and good. Both hunky and dory. You come over here. You swing down here, have the tiniest, dinkiest tunnel right there. This road goes away. These beiges go into here. Only the reds and blues right here are currently sharing a road. And that's just gonna have to be fine. You know, you can only do so many things in your life, and this is one of the things we've decided we can do. Okay? Okay. Now, this blue business over here. This isn't even high density, by the way. This is not like a high density run where the game is intentionally putting businesses in places to screw me over. This is just the placement algorithm being a fuckwad. So, okay. This over here, perfectly cromulent traffic light. It'll get these two blue houses to this blue business. Not going to be enough to keep this blue business from fucking dying, but we'll get there. So, two things happened yesterday that I wanted to talk about on today's program. Well, first of all, can I get beneath this right? So these greens right here, want to get to this green business, which is a straight shot here, but they can't because there's a tree in the way. And they can't go over the tree because there's a tree in the way. And they can't go beneath the tree because there's a tree in the way. They can do that, finally, as the map expands. Give me another tunnel. Two things happened yesterday that I feel merit the attention of the stream. First, one of the greatest baseball players and athletes and, frankly, dudes to ever live passed away. Second, a silly meme wrestler showed up on a bad wrestling show. You can guess which one we're going to talk about first. These reds are going to come down over here. I keep redrawing this road to accommodate the red situation, and, well, now it's a much worse situation, actually. Okay. We can get rid of this bridge. Bring it up a little bit. If we bring that up a little bit, then we can do that. Have this thing come out of here, like so. That might or might not completely suck. We're just going to have to get rid of this road and see. This blue business, by the way, is getting screwed over by this. No two ways about it. This blue business is ultra fucked. But, you know, it's going to be fine. Eventually, in fullness of time and all that. Oh, hi. Well, okay, I was excited about the existence of this blue business for, like, a moment. And then, well, I was excited by this blue house, but now this blue business exists. So you can just do that. You can go off that away. This remains a perfectly cromulent traffic light. This is one house supporting... Okay, well, here. No, do that. You two go off that away, support this. You one come over here, support that. Can I get like 3 more blue houses and 6 motorways, please? I'd really appreciate both of those. Also, fuck. Also, now this yellow's here? Oh, that's bad. I don't like that. Why is this... Okay, well, look, for now, at least you can... No, you can't actually because there are trees. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine and nothing hurts. Everything's fine and nothing hurts. So Joe Hendry. Joe Hendry is a wrestler, right? And if you've never heard of Joe Hendry, well, let's take a brief momentary pause here, and we'll show everything you need to know about Joe Hendry. Okay? Starting with this. Here's everything you need to know about Joe Hendry.
Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry. 'Cause they love him in London and Paris and Tokyo, America, Scotland and Canada and Mexico. They say I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry.
So that's Joe Hendry's entrance music and video. That video and that song plays every single time Joe Hendry shows up anywhere. Shockingly, and totally unintentionally, shockingly, Joe Hendry has gotten over with this very silly music. It's fun. It's goofy. People like it. Listen, professional wrestling is fun and goofy and people like it, okay? The best professional wrestling does happen when people sort of pretend that it's serious. And listen, it should be presented as sort of pretendly serious. At the same time, professional wrestling is fun and goofy and people like it. That's just a true fact. We've gotten another motorway, incidentally. So what we're going to do is we're going to take these 2 blues here. We're going to draw motorway number 2. We're going to run them over to this blue house here. This bridge road right here need no longer be so wild and wonky and fucked. So what we can do is unhook this. This beigeness over here is going to be mad at me for a moment or two. But once this beige car gets back to its beige house, it'll be totally fine. It'll be totally fine. Okay, so you come over to here. That's actually, these beige houses here, not the end of the world. For you see, they are currently stapled to this red road. This red road goes down this way and then goes off like so. What we can do is hook it like this and then put a perfectly cromulent traffic light right there. These two beige houses then will come down here, past the red business, go through the perfectly cromulent traffic light, past the green neighborhood, and go into this beigeness over here. Totally fine. All of this is good. Why are you laughing? Everything's okay. So that's Joe Hendry, right? I first was exposed to Joe Hendry before he had this music and gimmick when he was in What Culture Pro Wrestling, which is a story for another time. But basically, my understanding of Joe Hendry is that he's a perfectly fine little professional wrestler who is also a pretty good talker and has found a way to get himself super duper over as a silly internet meme. Good for you, Joe Hendry. He had this publicity push and he got all of his fans on social media, and his entrance music was #1 on the UK iTunes chart for a little bit. Good for him. Good job, Joe Hendry. He's been in TNA, which in case you haven't been paying attention is called TNA again now. Is still the fucking dirt worst, but everything's fine. And last night, Joe Hendry showed up in NXT because that's just a thing that happens now. TNA and WWE are the best of friends, by which I mean WWE is going to poach all of the best people from TNA, which may or may not include Joe Hendry, and then completely fuck over TNA and leave them high and dry. This is what happens to every company that enters into a business partnership with WWE. WWE is not interested in a full, thriving, healthy, competing professional wrestling scene. WWE wants to be professional wrestling. That's their stated goal, and yet companies keep partnering with WWE. But I digress. So Joe Hendry was on NXT. Good for Joe Hendry. They clearly like him because they did a thing where it's a 24-man battle royal and the first 23 guys are in the ring and then Joe Hendry's music hits. And listen, credit to Joe Hendry. The crowd fucking went nuts. Granted, it was a crowd of 500 smarks in Florida who go to NXT, but if you can get a crowd of 500 smarks in Florida who go to NXT to pop for you, that's better than not doing that. If my music hit in front of 500 smarks in Florida, they probably wouldn't give a shit. But Joe Hendry believes in Joe Hendry, which is much better than if you spoonerized that and suggested that the only people capable of running society was an established class of landed sex workers. No one should say that they believe in Gentry, okay? Now, that having been said, he's going to go to WWE and it's going to be fine and good, and he's going to be the next No Way Jose or whatever. Don't mind me, I'm just noting that Gentry is the title of the episode. Now then, the hell are we going to do about this? This over here is a stupid yellow thing. You know what? We can just do that. These three houses can support this circle for a while. It'll be okay until such time as it's not okay, but we don't have to worry about the inevitability that it won't be okay now. Parlor Ghost asks how long I've been sitting on Gentry. Since this morning. Since I decided I wanted to talk about Joe Hendry on the show today, and then I thought of Gentry, and then I was like, yes, I need to get there. I need to. That's a good and funny line. Listen, most of the time, the decent funny ones are right off the dome. That wasn't right off the dome. I did have that one in the chamber. You've correctly sussed out that I was sitting on that for a while. Anyway, this yellow house over here is gonna pop over this way. Take care of that business. This yellow house is so very bad. Let's do something different vis-a-vis yellow businesses. We're going to take motorway number 1, slide it over here. That's going to be just fine. Now, I think the answer actually might be a roundabout. If I put a roundabout here? Oh, this is such an awful place for a roundabout. Nobody wants this roundabout here. And yet. So if we have these beige houses, they go in this way. That doesn't appear to make much sense now, does it? Hold on. If the beiges go up there, the reds come down here, and then they grab the yellows. They go into the roundabout. The beiges go into the roundabout. We can have one spur of the roundabout go south to this red house, and another spur of the roundabout go southeast down here to service this business and this business. And then yet a third spur of the roundabout go easterly. And if you go out this way like so, hold on. I said this way like so. You can come down here, grab this, cut that corner, and slide in like so. So these beiges get over here. These reds get over here or here. These yellows get over here. This yellow gets over there. Well, this isn't a rat-like at all. Why would you possibly think that? How could anyone accuse this of being in any way rat-like-ish? Honestly. So, well, here. You go off that way. This roundabout has not yet inevitably killed everything, so it's got that going for it. This is now a beige circle, which is just bad, I think. It might actually be good. It might not be the worst thing in the world that this is a beige circle, actually. For you see, this being a beige circle means that we should really oughta do something to get, say, more beiges over here. Now, if we do that, okay, let's kill a traffic light. Let's kill this connection, because this little connection only existed to get beiges over this way, right? What if we didn't do that? What if we did something better? So, if we decouple beiges from the roundabout, that means that in their stead, we can put reds in the roundabout, which is good. Now we've segregated the roads that are feeding our roundabout. Only reds are on this road, only yellows are on this road. That's probably good. There is no history of segregation in city planning being bad for anyone ever. It's a true fact that I just made up. It does not actually pass any sort of history test. But we're not here to talk about the past. I'm Mark McGuire. Now then, need there to be some way for these beiges and these beiges to get along. And unfortunately, the way that there is bullshit. It's just going to have to be bullshit. See, if I put a traffic light right here, this is not going to be a good intersection. This is not going to be a good traffic light. And a bad traffic light is worse than no traffic light. So we're going to have no traffic light. Additionally, we're going to slide this blue down this way to take care of this business. It's going to be totally fine. Everybody, hey, you know what? I think if I was to flip-flop Motorways 2 and 3, that would be better for everybody, eventually. So let's do it. Just like that. So Joe Hendry was in NXT. Good for Joe Hendry. Listen, dude got himself over. I have no idea if he's an actually good wrestler. I asked like one person and they said he's not. I haven't actually seen him wrestle. He could be good for all I know. Good for you, Joe Hendry. Good luck. Make $1 quadrillion, why don't you? Also, I forgot part of my plan. Part of my plan was that these whites, beiges over here, are gonna slide down this way, like so. And then, having successfully slid that way, they're gonna come up here. This, amazingly, is a perfectly cromulent traffic light. They're going to perfectly cromulently traffic light themselves into this beigeness here, and it's going to be fine. This is actually good and better than whatever bullshit I had before. You are blues. You can slide down here, support this circle. It's totally fine. You are a blue. You can come down here. If you want to go circular, not the end of the world, bud. I don't want to encourage you to do that because good God, but if you did, wouldn't be the end of the world, to be perfectly honest. The other thing that we should talk about today is that Willie Mays passed away. Willie Mays there are a very small number of guys who you can legitimately say have a claim to being the best Major League Baseball player ever. Like the best baseball player ever. Willie Mays is one of those guys. Willie Mays was a phenom. He played a couple of years in the Negro Leagues when he was in high school. He played forever in the major leagues. He was an all-star 24 times, which is simply ridiculous. Most of those years he was even good. He was the quintessential five-tool player, the guy who can do everything and do it so well, arguably as good as anyone who's ever did it. Listen, I cannot properly tell you about the life, the legacy, the talent, the legend of Willie Mays, other than to repeat over and over again that he was really fucking awesome. Willie Mays, it turns out, was really fucking awesome. Even Parlor Ghost, who does not know sport, who does not do the sports balls, does know who Willie Mays was. He was that big a deal. These yellows are going to slide down this way, get into here. This green business over here is the current bane of my existence. I don't really properly know what we're going to do, but we're going to start by diagonalizing this road here, and then I think we can just go straight northishly. If we go straight northishly, hey, I didn't fuck up that tunnel. Good for me. Long tunnel like this, ordinarily I would have fucked it up right about here, have to draw the thing again. That's totally fine. More greens here is good. Can I get like one more greenhouse to spawn right? No, not there. It's not where I wanted up. Fine. You go down this way. We got more greens here. This is now a red circle, which is not great, but I mean, listen, bud, if you wanna, you can. Oh my God. Oh, you ultra bastard. What are you doing? What is this thing? Okay. Well, so this over here exists. This is so bad. This is like, also I have 3 road tiles, which is not a good number of road tiles. You want to have more road tiles than that. TBQH. Let's see here. If I was to slide this here, slide that there, I've got these 3 here. Problem is, I can't really do anything good. So, but maybe if we did this, ho ho, ho ho, oh, come on, get, all right, fine. You do that. It's gonna have to be fine. You do that, you do that. Okay, so these 3 blues are gonna support this business. These 5-ish blues are gonna come down here. These 5-ish are gonna go west. How about that? It's a movie about a Jewish mouse. Or is it a Jewish movie about a mouse? No, it's a movie about a Jewish mouse. Its name's Fievel, for God's sake. Anyway, give me some road. Once I have some road, I can deal with that. Man, I would really like a motorway. I would really, really like a motorway. On the other hand, I also desperately need road. And I have a plan that can't be done with a motorway. So, Can I save a bunch of road tiles without a... Fuck, I can't even... Oh, I can see the map. Hold on. This is a feature you never see me use, but I'm going to use it here. If you hit this little eyeball thing on the what upgrade do you want screen, you could just look at your map and decide which upgrade you want, which is very good right now. So if I take a motorway... Okay, if I take a motorway... I can motorway these beiges. I can motorway these beiges into... Oh, I'm trying to draw a road here. I'm trying to move the thing. We can't actually do that. So, if I take the motorway, I can get these beiges into this circle, get rid of this bridge, rescue a tunnel, get myself some road back, and then tunnel these blues over here, which is what I wanted to do in the first place. Okay, give me a motorway. Pause. So now that I'm possessed of a motorway, we can kill this awful, terrible beige road. This awful and terrible beige road is now dead and gone forever and ever, amen. In its place, we shall build this. Motorway number 5 goes into here. That's a-okay. You and you go up this way. And the 3 of you just go voop. A la voop, over to here, and as soon as we get exactly one road tile back, we connect these blues to this blue, and everything's a-okay. Whew, boy. This red spawned in a fucking terrible place. Just a truly atrocious spawn point for this red, because it cuts off these 2 blues from doing anything useful. Speaking of truly atrocious spawn points, hi there, this yellow. What would you like me to do, this yellow? Why are you yellow, this yellow? Why can't you be green? I have a whole bunch of green right here. I got a fuck stick's worth of green. Why aren't you green, that yellow? Okay. Well, it's Saturday, but this business is already basically mad at me. So... we can't really do anything. Unless... Well, hold on. Let me think. Hold on. Let him cook. I don't know what I'm cooking yet, but... Oh, boy. Oh, buddy. You can point diagonally up there. We'll balance out the blue going here with the blue going there. That'll be okay-ish. Great. Awesome. How on earth are we going to yellow this? That's a real good question. Well, I do have a bridge. I do have a true... Do I have room in my heart for a truly ridiculous bridge? Like, the stupidest fucking bridge? No, I don't have the road tiles to sustain the stupidest fucking bridge. What I was thinking, and I don't think I'm going to do this, but what I was thinking was that I would have these 2 yellows somehow service this business, reclaim all of this road, kill this tunnel, separate it from this roundabout, and then have these yellows come down this way, swing out like so, and go all the fucking way over here. That is both a remarkably stupid idea and much more complicated than the thing I actually need to do, which I just realized. So if we decouple from the roundabout there, we can take motorway number 1, slide it over here. And now that I've slid motorway number 1 over here, we have these 6 yellow houses. It's only 5 now, but it will be 6 once the motorway goes away. These 6 yellow houses can actually sort of do the thing I was just talking about doing. I need, like, infinity more road tiles, by which I mean 8 or so. But if we disconnect all of this. I can't believe this is going to work. I can't fucking believe this is going to work. I can't fucking believe this is going to work. I can't believe this is going to work. I don't yet actually believe that this is going to work, even though I think this is going to work. I'm not 1,000% sure this is going to work yet. This might or might not actually work. Okay, so now, give me 30 more of those. Thank you. So now we have these 6 yellows going up here, connecting to this business. We have these yellows right here, connecting to that business. We have this red business, which has been kind of overfucked by the placement of things, but we can unverfuck it, like so, by doing that, bringing it back into the roundabout being serviced by all of these. So, every business is currently connected, and the only one that's on fire is this one. So basically, it's a race. If this circle fills up before this car gets there, I'm fucked. If this car gets there before the circle gets up, everything's gonna be okay. I think I'm fucked. I think it's incredibly close, but I think I'm fucked. I'm not actually fucked. Oh my god. Oh my god, are you fucking kidding me? Oh my god. Oh my god. You cannot be serious. Game. Mini Motorways. You cannot be serious. Mini fucking Motorways, you cannot be serious right now. Also, oh by the way, this roundabout doesn't need to exist anymore. Because we can just do this, and we have 5, no, wait, 6. Also, by the way, we do this. We're gonna get another White House going over this way, but we have 6 reds going down into this circle, and yeah, we uncouple this, and then we have boop boop boop. We have 3 reds going over here. So once this tunnel untunnels itself, unbelievable. How did I do that? How was that possible? How was any of that conceivable? Also, this beigeness over here is mad, actually. And the reason it's mad is that it's a beigeness that's serviced by 3, count them, 3 houses, which is bad. It's not a lot of housework going on there, actually. But fortunately, we can do this thing. So by doing this thing, we run this over to here. That's going to be totally fine. We can untraffic light that. We can even bop the greens up and over when they come down here. That'll be cool. And now, instead of 3 houses and a weird traffic light situation, you have 4 houses and a straight shot motorway. That's better? Question mark? I feel like that's better. I also feel like this beigeness is mad despite having 5 houses and a straight shot motorway, but it has recently been, let's say, moderated. You're fine, right? Also, you can come down here without interfering with anything. Cool. Okay. So you 4 houses basically absolutely need to keep pouring dudes onto this beige fire, which isn't actually going to happen. Okay. That's a shame. Beige fire is what happens when there's arson at the Republican National Convention, by the way. We're ever so close to getting back down beneath the doom threshold, but instead the circle just keeps ticking upward. So, by the way, this green business over here has finally decided to get mad, given that it has 3 houses and a road that's, roughly a quadrillion miles long. I understand that. That makes sense to me. There's not much I can do about it, but it does intuitively stand to reason and such. Is there anything I can do to incorporate these beiges back into the whole save our business situation here? So if we just kind of staple them to this road, right? We just kind of staple them to this road, and then we just kind of do that. I mean, it does pour 3 more beige houses into that situation, which isn't, good or helpful, but it might keep you alive for a minute. And listen, if it keeps you alive for a minute, it's going to overfuck this green circle a little, but oh, hi. Oh, more beige over here, you say. Really? Really? That's what we're going to do? We're going to do that? We're going to have, what is connected to you? How are you? Okay, no, you are sad. Okay, you're upset. Well, that makes sense to me. Ordinarily, houses would spawn in response to a business existing, by the way. No, we're not going to do that today? All right. Good work, champ. Well, I don't have an answer. So there's probably doom. Let's see. We got this, we got these two. Can I get these two anywhere? I don't think these two can do anything. These two can. Nope. They could. Oh, well, I don't have the bridge for that, though. I'm using both of my bridge. Yeah, I'm currently using both of my bridge, and I'm not going to get more bridge. That's kind of the whole point of the challenge. So, buttons. All right. Well, let's do this. This green here is going to slide down that way. We're going to foop. No, I said we're going to foop this yellow up over here. So now this green goes up that way. Totally fine. The only thing I can do is separate these three beiges from this, even though they're currently the only thing keeping that from being ultra dead. Sometimes things wind up ultra dead. Ain't nothing you can do about it. Hey, look, I fucked up a tunnel just like I said I usually do. You go over that way. You know why I said I usually fuck up tunnels? It's because I usually fuck up tunnels. Speaking of fucking things up, this business over here, not going to survive. Like, one of these beiges is the reason we're going to lose in a minute here. But, hey, given where we... Oh, it's this green, actually. I thought I had saved that. Oh, well. Given where we started, getting to 2,448 feels like an amazing accomplishment. Holy crap, Zurich. Top 10%, better than Samurai Sam. Drop those GGs in the chat, but not as good as drop those ghosties in the chat for Parlor Ghost. Good run, Ghosty. My word. All right, now let us bring in our very good friend, the Wordle. Oh, Lord. It is entirely too hot and entirely too early. There's an E and an R. Okay, we've learned a thing. I can't actually be learn for a great many reasons, but it could be hearse. Could absolutely be hearse. It's not, and yet, we've learned a surprising amount of extra information. It could be verse. It could be terse. It could be some other thing. We're going to start with verse. It's not verse. It could still be terse. It's terse. Yay! I did a Wordle good. Sort of. It counts. Listen, we'll take it. Connections. Oh, no. So these are all, not quite all 4-letter words. Most of them are. All right, let's see here. Tarot, aura, palm, and I thought there was one more. Tea? Oh yeah, tea. These are things psychics read, right? They pick up your aura. There's tarot cards. They do palm reading and tea leaves and that sort of thing. These are things psychics read. Yeah. Hey, that's the purple one. This is the second day in a row I got the purple one first. Good job, the _Goog. Okay. Now then. So, pro and for are all indications that you're in favor of something. Yes? Haha. Next, you can date, see, woo, or court someone if you want to boink them. And drove, host, see, and pack is a whole bunch. Is a fuckload. It's a big number. A multitude. I think the heading of that section should have been fuckload, but, there might be a reason I'm not an editor of the New York Times. But hey, that was a really quick, really good game of connections, and now let's strand. Homework helpers. Huh. Interesting. I can't help but notice that homework is 2 words, so I don't think this is like childish academia or anything. I think instead it may be, household maintenance tasks and that sort of thing. But we'll see. We'll see. Let's see here. There's DEP, but there's not like depot or anything like that. Here's rise, but, it's not just rise in and of itself. And it's not sunrise or anything like that. It's not tune rise, which is when Bugs Bunny leads an insurrection. No? Okay, fine. It could be rouse, as in get the fuck up and help me do this work. No? Okay. Sunny sees bake, which is right here. True. We could do... well, there aren't enough K's for this to be something that ends in... anyway. We've got... I thought I saw Pepsi. I don't. I see Peps, which is a word, I think. Sunny sees rinse. Yeah, we can rinse. That's a thing that you need to do when you're performing tasks sometimes. I see... Do I see moment? No. I see room. That's something. Mouse right here. That might be... Oh, home work helpers. Are these like computer peripherals? Things one might have in a home office? Okay, hold on. Things that are on your desktop. Desktop is the spangram. Okay. And here is a printer and a come here, Strands, monitor. And if we get down here, we saw keyboard, and by we I mean Sunny, but that counts. Sunny's an extension of me for purposes of Strands. That works. So we have 2 more. One of these is better than the other, most likely. I see a maker. Is that going to help at all? Webcam. Okay. There you go. Webcam. And then over here is are the speakers. Okay. Good job, Strands. Well done. A fine little game as always. For today's Immaculate Grid, we need Rangers, Yankees, Mariners, Phillies, dudes what played third base, and dudes what drove in 100 runs in a season. A dude who played third base for the Seattle Mariners is Sean Figgins? That sounds right. Who was the team that gave Sean Figgins that ill-fated contract? So he came up with I think it was the Mariners, right? It was totally the Mariners, right? Sean Figgins played third base for the Mariners. Sean Figgins totally played third base for the Mariners. A dude who drove in 100 runs in a season for the Mariners is Jay Buhner, presumably. Hey, I was correct about a thing. A Yankee who played for the Phillies is the late Corey Lidle. A Yankee who played third base is, let's go Scott Brocious. There you go. And a Yankee who drove in 100 runs in a season, I don't think Tino Martinez ever did that. That's a lot of runs. 100 is a lot of runs. It's a good number. Let's say Mark Teixeira. Mark Teixeira probably drove in 100 runs one time when he was with the Yankees. He sure did. He was good at stuff. Mariner, who played for the Phillies, actually is Jamie Moyer. Oh my God, we actually get to use Jamie Moyer. A lot of people used Jamie Moyer for that top left corner. And now we must name some Texas Rangers, which is always fun. It's a good time to be had by all when you have to name some Texas Rangers. Anyway, Texas Ranger who played third base is Michael Young. I know he was primarily a shortstop, but did he ever play third for the Rangers? I don't think so. Come to think of it, did he play for the Phillies? I feel like he played for the Phillies. You know who I know played for the Phillies and I think played for the Rangers is Cliff Lee. Cliff Lee totally played for both the Phillies and the Rangers, so that's good. Let's be a little less esoteric, as in more fucking obvious here, and just note that a Ranger who played third base is Adrian Beltre. He did that quite successfully for a number of years. And finally, lastly, to complete an actually immaculate grid for once, a Texas Ranger who drove in 100 runs in a season. We love us some Juan Gonzalez. That is only 137 rarity score, but more importantly, it is an immaculate grid. I did good. I did a thing well. Hooray! Yay! So happy and proud and good at stuff. Thank you, Sunflare Space, for the FF7 victory fanfare. Folks, that is going to do it for us here today on Good Morning Mini Motorways. All things happening as they should. I will be back tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock Eastern for another edition of this very fine internet program. And if you don't think it's a very fine internet program, well, go somewhere else. I don't know. There's a lot of things. Bye.